Character design is tricky business. With countless anime and published manga series, how can artists still create original works with a fresh spin, whilst still staying within the rigid yet relatable framework of contemporary anime style? A character's traits, personality, and position in the narrative can be reflected in their design. Authors do this through tweaking the physical appearance of a character, be it their hair, clothing, default facial expression, accessories, etc., setting the tone, manipulating how they would like us, the audience, to perceive them. For example, the wide-eyed, heavily shadowed and psychotic grimace of the yandere, the conflicted, blushing yet in denial tsundere, and even the braindead fair maiden and damsel in distress with a series' persistent vacant stare, just as hollow as their role's usefulness to the story. But Demon Slayer is different. It does it all. Each character's eyes are unique to the point that after a while you could identify them with just a sliver of their face, as long as it contains a portion of their gaze. Not only acting as a unique identifier, they are also dramatised to the same extent that some of the characters' personalities are also dramatised, dialed up to 11. Jumping into some examples, let's start with the Pillar of Stone, Gyome Himejima. The author wants this character to embody absolute compassion. His monk-like posing and constant clutching of prayer beads do a fantastic job at nailing down what his character is about, but Koyoharu Gotoge goes even further with his design. Gyome's pupilless eyes are always seen streaming with tears of endless sympathy, and it makes total sense. Yes, he has the entire package, but I would argue that his eyes are the defining visual aspect of his character. Next, Sanemi, the Pillar of Wind. Look at this bad boy. The aesthetic of Sanemi's eyes are consistent throughout his appearances so far in print. But when he was introduced first in the anime, this look of insanity is hard to miss. Permanently wide open and often twinned with a sickening grin. I found it hard to believe at first that he is one of the good guys. Even when the mood shifts, he lowers his head and straightens his face in a show of respect for Oyakata. The essence of his maddened stare continues. Slanted downwards and bloodshot in the corners, seemingly always beaming out intensity. Oyakata, the head of the Ubuyashiki household, is quite simply the polar opposite of Sanemi. He radiates kindness. His eyes are usually drawn narrowed, which can often imply the character is condescending, knowing more than he lets on, or possibly plotting and scheming. He, however, is an exception to that rule. He is as good-natured as it gets and gives off a super peaceful vibe. Just a chill guy. The three children of the Ubuyashiki family have a serene aspect to their expression, but also stray off into the eerie end of the spectrum. Those wide eyes and large pupils on such little people are reminiscent of horror film murder dolls, usually brandishing a sharp knife, waiting in a dark corridor. But overall, I feel the tranquil aspect of their eyes are the dominant trait. Then we have the slitted pupil and piercing gaze of Muzan Kibitsuji. His snake-like stare is perfect for the big bad of the series. The features of his eyes carry over to post-transformation Nezuko, and where Muzan wears these eyes in a way that suggests he could never feel emotion and are simply used to display his evil intent, Nezuko pulls off a similar demonic gaze, but with hints of her humanity struggling to stay at the forefront of her consciousness. A prominent style among the Demon Slayers would be the wide, neutral and dilated eyes seen by Tomioka Giyu, Muichiro Tokito and Shinobu Kocho. I actually have my own headcanon as to why this style is seen often on the pillars, and it derives from Kanal's fight with Upper Demon Moon 2, Doma. Manga spoilers ahead. In Kanal's fight, she used total concentration breathing to flood her ocular blood vessels with oxygen, allowing her superhuman vision, almost slowing down time around her. I'd like to think that all of the pillars do this to a very small extent in total concentration constant, and thus they exhibit this abnormally wide, dilated stare. Just a theory. Honourable mentions for great eye design and presence include Igaro's heterochromia, the demon moons having their numbers imprinted, Tengen Uzui's cool tattoo around his eye, and of course the super creepy free girls from the Butterfly Estate. As well as making characters stand out a mile from the crowd with their uniqueness, the opposite can be said for supporting background characters such as Murata. He is purposefully bland and tastefully done. That's pretty much it. This video was just a long-winded way of me saying Koyoharu Gotoge draws excellent eyes in Kimetsu no Yaiba. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and you'll be telling me, hey, you should make more videos just like this. I've made a ton of Demon Slayer discussion videos, so go check them out. Let me know what you think of the artwork in Kimetsu no Yaiba and hit me up with some ideas for future videos. This was Anime Fried Chicken. I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.